So, we're back here. We're going back to the meeting room, apparently. Like mindless bots we are, just continuing doing the same thing over and over and over and over.
Still doing Stanley's Parable, still doing 2 guys, 1 controller, still trying to figure out what this game's all about. We've done it doing everything he wanted us to do in the last episode. In the first episode, we've done everything he didn't want us to do. Both ended up pretty weird, pretty short, and pretty confusing. So let's just try to do something different.
Nonetheless, I must say I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. This narrator guy is awesome.
Pretty funny experience, even though you have no idea what's going on.
So Adrian's still on the mouse and I'm still on the controller, on the keyboard. I don't think it really matters. This hardly seems like a skill-based game, just a decision-making game.
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
we know which way to go.
he entered the door on his left.
Alright, so the first decision we have to make,
Yet
I think, was go up or down the stairs.
Yeah.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Apart from the
decided to
broom
go
closet.
up to his
Freaking
boss's
hell,
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Adrian. Alright, here we go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, we're not. Screw you, boss. Let's get away. I don't want to get fired.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Hey, the door's
He
closing
considered
behind
the
us.
possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Why is
All
this slow
because he
turn?
believed everyone
I
had
like to
vanished. His boss would think he
absorb
was
the
crazy.
environment.
And then something
What the hell?
occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Haven't we been
All
here
of my
before?
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in
I'm
a single moment
confused.
for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
No.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Fuck.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
That's a very
Why
good
did
question.
doors close automatically behind him?
I've been asking that the whole time.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yeah.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange, this can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He
Yay.
yelled. This is all a dream.
Oh my god.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he
This is
thought to
like map
himself,
5.
I suppose I'll wake up
Was
soon.
it car? He was
If
trying
I
to
go
get the car.
back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Look.
Then he
Yeah.
imagined himself soaring through space
Oh,
on a
shit,
magical
we
star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and
What
Stanley
is this game
marveled
doing
that he had
to my
still not
head?
woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Yes, good question.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming
Brody,
about a voice
what are we doing?
describing me.
I'm freaking out here, man.
It's
Is there anything we
describing
can
my
do?
thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very
What kind
odd,
of game do you
wondered
not
if
have
this voice
control
had
of the
all been
situation?
their dreams, the truth
I don't
was that,
know.
of course, this was not a dream.
Not a
How
dream.
could it be? Was
Game.
Stanley simply deceiving
It's not a
himself,
dream, it's a game.
believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take
Maybe do something else.
responsibility
Just walk
for
in
his
reverse. Oh, the door's
Stanley
closed. Fuck.
is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Can we go around the
Now,
side of the
hearing
car?
the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Well,
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove
You're
that
right.
he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world
Okay.
outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job.
No.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
This is definitely,
I am normal.
this is definitely a parable.
Everything will be fine.
What's it teaching?
I am...
Just be happy with what you've got.
Which orifice did you pull that out of?
Oh shit, we're still here. I'm going behind.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
Stop.
I am real. Please, just someone tell me I'm
Adrian,
real.
stop. If something's different, we won't see it because you're an idiot.
Hear my voice. Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Yay, black. More blackness. How about a loading
This is the
screen?
story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up
He
on a day
snapped.
like any other.
He went
She
crazy.
rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked
What?
to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Stanley?
And although she would soon turn to
Us.
go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy.
That's the car!
This much she knew. Everyone
You can
knew
hardly
how
see
crazy
any of it, and yet you know.
Yeah.
In that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
You know.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
This is nuts.
Then she remembered the
This is
meeting she had scheduled.
Weird, man. This is
The
so
very
weird.
important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring
That's definitely
down
the car.
at the body. And then she turned and ran.
She ran away from him. He needed help, and she just
Mm-hmm.
turned and ran.
Like a normal citizen. Loading.
No, not like a normal citizen.
Did we just discover another ending?
I think so. I think that was another ending. It seems that whenever it says the end is never the end, it restarts.
Interesting.
Yep, there it is.
Shall we do another next time?
Another end to Stanley's Parable. Another weird ending. And more possibilities coming up.
Yeah. Alright.
See yous.